Good afternoon. I'm Margaret Laver. Today it's sunny with a high of 21. Right now in London, it's 16 degrees. Some workers in London will be getting a pay bump starting today. Ontario's minimum wage has increased by 40 cents. The annualized wage increase will boost the paychecks of hundreds of thousands of workers. Ontarians serving in juries will now be paid $120 a day. Before, jurors were unpaid for the first 10 days. The province says the change will reduce financial barriers. Advocates say the increase is welcome, but more mental health support is still needed for jurors after trials. The U.S. government has shut down south of the border. This isn't expected to stop U.S. President Donald Trump's massive tariff agenda. Congress failed to strike an agreement by last night's midnight deadline. As a result, government programs and services have shut down. Here's ABC's Rachel Scott.
2 Democratic senators and 1 independent broke ranks to support the GOP proposal to keep the government funded. Senate Republicans say they plan to bring that bill back to the floor today, but Democrats say they are holding firm. So the big question now, how do lawmakers get out of this shutdown? Exactly who caves? And just how long will it last? The last one was 35 days.
It's not yet clear exactly how the funding stoppage might affect Canadians. Some London residents won't benefit from the city's new air conditioning bylaw. To help, the city plans to open cooling stations. Jordan Smith, the chair of Carling Stonybrook of London Acorn, says these stations are not enough.
The reality is that most of the tenants that are struggling with this extreme heat are the disabled, and are elderly and people who are largely unable to access these cooling stations. Even if they were, there's just not enough cooling stations to cover all the low-income residents in the city.
The council will consider the proposed bylaw in 2 weeks. London's downtown office market is showing signs of recovery, with vacancies starting to drop. Older office buildings and conversions to apartments are driving activity. The city's industrial market is strong, and national trends show that office conversions are helping bring vacancies below pandemic-era highs. Ottawa has rejected Marineland's request to send its last beluga whales to China. The theme park wanted to send its 30 whales to Chimulong Ocean Kingdom Aquarium. Fisheries Minister Joanne Thompson says approving the request would mean a return to captivity and public shows.
Ideally, all whales belong in the ocean, not in tanks for entertainment purposes.
She says her decision is consistent with a 2019 law that banned whale and dolphin captivity. 20 whales have died at Marineland since 2019. The London Creative Network is back, and they have big plans. Andrew Dodd of the London Economic Development Corporation shares their first order of business.
What we talked about are really the identification of what's going on in London, first of all. What was the industry doing? What is it doing now? What has impacted those changes? What brought about those changes? And what the group was saying was that, pre-COVID, London had a booming industry.
He says they can't grow in a vacuum without participation from the city.